Hello everybody, this is James Workshop, and today we're looking at the 5 Space Marine models that are coming out shortly, or one this week, from the big summer preview and the combat patrols, and we're going to try and rate them, but we're also going to try and work out what the release order is going to be. And I think I've cooked on this, So, first of all, we've got the Salamanders guy. I do know the names roughly, but I can't pronounce any of them. So I'm just going to call them Salamanders guy or whatever. Just easier that way. Now, I will be honest. Salamanders, they're not the best. They haven't been treated or looked after well. They've kind of kept their design from the 2000s, and they needed to be severely updated. And the color combination of green and the really bright red fire, it does not work well. At least not on this model and this paint job. I've seen some high quality fan miniatures. They look fantastic. I think it's just the scales. The scales on this, I don't know. It doesn't work. And the problem that the Salamanders have with all their themed iconography and the capes and the scales is that there's the Alpha Legion, and they just do what the Salamanders do, but they're just so much better. And unfortunately with the Salamanders, everything's on the cape. It's generally what it is. It's all the capes and stuff where all the scales are, and it just looks bad. I'm sorry, that looks bad. You're just the Temu version of the Alpha Legion. And honestly, if I wanted to do a Salamanders army, I would just do the Alpha Legion and just say that, just play by the Salamanders rules or something like that, you know? Or even just converts like custom Alpha Legion stuff into Salamanders and just try and just paint it however you want. Yes, controversial, I'm sure. That's how we're starting this. I just don't think it looks very good. I think it's very basic. The spear's okay. It's just the spear though. It's a bit generic. There's not much going on. It just looks like a Salamander's model. You cut this top part off. Hell, you even keep it on. Honestly, this just looks like a generic Space Marine that's themed after Salamander. It doesn't look like it's someone important from the Salamanders. It's kind of sad. Somehow it's still not the worst Space Marine to release in this update. This is the Combat Patrol, and I'm kind of rating not on the power of the Combat Patrol in the actual game. I don't care about that side. I'm all about the models. What does it look like? Does it fit the theme? Look, it fits the theme. You get a lot of models here as well. I think it's a bit boring. It's a bit safe. You get some of the Assault Intercessors. You get some of the Flame Intercessors. You get the Heavy Intercessors. You get a themed character. And you also get this buggy, which is probably one of the more cringe things. I don't think anyone likes this buggy. It's not the worst though. Not the worst Combat Patrol. It's very on theme. I think they could have cooked a bit more. They could have brought something else in. I'm not sure what yet. But it's not the worst. Not the worst. Not the best. Next. And obviously, sorry, we'll go back. This is all releasing this Saturday. So this is coming out this Saturday. And now we're going to go into the order of what I think is going to happen. Because if this is releasing so soon, and this is the first one they've shown and released, I believe they're just going to go down in the order of what they've shown and how they're going to release it. Because that way, it gets better and better with a bit of mid, and then it finishes amazing. So that's what the release order is going to be. Just simple as, and it'll be the order I'm going to show you. This is the order of what it's going to release in. Don't know the time frame. This is just my best guess because it makes sense. Next, Imperial Fist. This is a fantastic model, and I don't like Imperial Fist, and I do not like yellow. But the one thing I like about Imperial Fists is every Imperial Fist unit that has all their iconography, everything on it, they are so easy to scrape off and convert into anything you want. And Imperial Fist units typically have really cool designs. Every time they release a captain or something like that, the models are awesome. You see it in literally everyone's army because the models work so well. Look at this guy. Just cut that off, put another iron halo on him from something else. Otherwise it would just break off anyway. Just scrape this whole bottom section of the shield. Then you can like do freehand painting, which is smooth it out. Easily scrape this this hand off the cape, and just scrape or sand down this hand off the chest crest there. Super easy. You might want to slightly shave the hammer here at the top as well. You leave the eagle. The eagle's cool, and even though I know the eagle is Dawn's thing, but also the eagle is just the Imperium, so that's fine. You leave it. Fantastic model. Great. On theme. Looks good, and anyone can use it from any army. It takes minimal converting. What a fantastic combat patrol. Intercessors, everyone needs those unless you've been collecting for a long time. Normal Terminators, everyone needs those unless you've been collecting for a long time. And I think this is a veteran squad or something like that. Please let me know. I just do not know. It's cool. Most people probably don't. You don't even own this. Fantastic box, especially if you are new to Space Marines or you don't have everything. If you have been collecting for a little bit, you probably have all of this. That's okay, not for you, but this is a fantastic box for everyone. Basically, if you are getting into Space Marines, buy this box. It has everything you need. It's a good mix. I don't know what to say, it's good. And the combination is fantastic. And it kind of is like a wall of characters, and the Imperial Fists are a wall. Which is good. Good. Solid all round. Next, the Raven Guard. The new Chapter Master. This guy's fantastic. And I think the paint job sells it. I love when Raven Guard do the white accessories or limbs or whatever onto black. I have a few gripes with this model. We'll get into those in a second, but this model is fantastic. Nope. All right. So I want to double check there was no additional photos. I want to see what this guy looks like from the back. That will make this guy better or worse for me, honestly. The character himself, fantastic. Those claws are sick. I like it even in the model. You can kind of see his scrape to catch himself somewhat here into this rock thing. I don't even know what it is. It's not concrete, but it's not rock, and it's got metal going into it. It's a bit weird. I don't know. The basing is weird. I only just noticed this. Oh my god, he's got little claws in his feet. That's sick. Hopefully, you are able to repose him onto other items, so you can rebase him yourself and make something better. The base is pretty boring and pretty bad. The rest of the model is sick. These nice, long, draping, I don't know, banner cloth things. I don't know what they are. Awesome. The Flying Raven guns. Whatever these are. What are these? Looks like it's a gun. It looks like it's got a raven head on there. Pause it for a second. There we go. Sick. I love all the tapestry. I don't know what they're called anymore. I'm losing my mind. It's cool. If I was to get him, and I probably will at some point, just to paint him up, I'm running him with a helmet. Maybe I will switch the head out. I like this second head here. I don't like the hair. I like just having the lower half of the mask. So I might head swap him with another character that has the same head. I never have really liked the Raven Guard hair. And it's just a bit weird here. It looks like he's going for alopecia or something. Otherwise, the weird Beaky Boy helmet is elite. That's the best head option you have for this character. Fantastic. I'm going to give it a 8.5. I'm not going to rate them all. Just 8.5 out of 10. Show me the back of it though. The back could make this a 10, or it can make it a 6. But looks really good from the front. And the Combat Patrol, you got some like Phobos Intercessor. I don't even know what the hell these guys are called, but they're like tactical stealth. You got the Jetpack Intercessors. That's cool. That's on theme. Fast. You got some stealthy guys in the back, and then you got this not Dreadnought. I've literally got one next to me. Forget what it's called. It's cool. I feel like this fits on theme. A lot of Space Marines, a lot of generic Space Marines, but I appreciate when they're giving you so many Space Marines, at least they've changed it up where these guys have different shoulder pieces, different chest pieces, different legs, different arms. Everything's different, basically. So even though there's a lot of Space Marines to paint, it's all a bit different, and it fits the theme. Pretty alright. And obviously, once again, we're going in the order, so this is just going to be the release order. Iron Hands. Unfortunately, this actually beats out the Salamander's character for being the worst character model getting released. It's just terrible. You genuinely struggle to see that it's actually an important character. He's got an awesome weapon, and I wish they kind of put him in a better pose or gave him a bigger tactical rock or something. I don't know. This loin armor cloth, I appreciate it's nice and long. It's not wide enough. I feel like he doesn't feel armored up, and it's in Terminator armor. I feel like he needs to have a bigger presence, and it doesn't feel that way. Maybe he looks bigger next to normal Space Marines, and maybe I'll change my mind, and maybe this character will cook over time. It's just a bit mid, and I appreciate holographic pieces in Warhammer, but I hate, and you guys probably have already started to notice this, I hate long bits of very small plastic that is going to break off. These two servitors are going to break, and that is going to be next to impossible to reattach. So I'm not even considering those servitors are on there because they're just going to break off after a couple of weeks. Hell, they might even break off when you're painting it. That's what happens to me. So mid. I like the. I'll give it its dues. I like the headpiece, the helmet, the face, whatever it is. That's nice. Combat Patrol. It's on theme, except it's terrible. You get a Tech Priest, which is very dated at this point. It doesn't look like it fits in regards to modern Space Marines. It just looks off. You've got an Intercessor Squad, that's fine. You've got the 2 turrets, they're fine. But I feel like you're not getting a lot in this box, and what you get is not enough. I would have preferred they switched the 2 turrets with a Dreadnought, or I don't know, a tank, just something else. They could have done more, and it just fails completely. Not good. The best character from this release. So this is why I think they're going to go in the order that I've shown you, which is also the order they announced them in, is because they are saving the best for last. And the White Scars have been not loved. They've been neglected for quite some time, and now they're getting some love. And they are getting some love with a fast as fuck jet bike. And I love the saying, less is more, and they've taken that and they've cooked. So let's just think about this, right? The White Scars are meant to be mostly Mongolian inspired, and in a lot of their older releases and whatnot, they've been covered in Mongolian stuff. The blades are all super curved, they take a big presence of the model. No, they've not done this. They've pretty much made like a big Bentley or massive car that's super fast, but it looks like a fucking brick that drives around the road. They've done this with the jet bike. If you look at the jet bikes from the Custodians, they're a bit more sleek. They're not as brick, not blocky. But this thing is a solid slab of metal, and it looks like it goes super fast. I love the hints that they've done for the Mongolian aspect. You've got the bit of you've got the trophies here on the bit of leather. You've got a little bit of stuff going on the model himself. Once again, less is more. It kind of looks like a normal Space Marine, but he's got a little bit extra. And he's got this sick as fuck, massive spear, like a glaive type spear, which is what they would have had on horses back in the Mongolian Prime, or maybe even today. I don't know. Regardless, they would have had weapons like this. This is fantastic. They have cooked. I am wondering now that I'm looking at it a bit closer, how strong this connection point is on the plastic here. It's, you know what, it's better than the clear plastic that they do, so I'm willing to forgive it, and you could rebase this anyway. This is a fantastic model, and I can't wait to see some of the dioramas people make with this. Now, we thought GW cooked on the model. Look at the Combat Patrol. They cooked exceptionally hard. On theme, and it's the only box where you get the actual bloody model in it as well. They know this guy is going to sell so well that they had to put him in this box, so they keep selling more. You get 3 extra bikes. you get a assault intercessor, or half an assault intercessor squad, and you get the jet tank transport unit thing, which can transport anything you need, and it's fast as fuck. They've kept to the theme. Everything's fast. It's versatile. You get the new character. It's fantastic. This is the best combat patrol in the 5 armies that they're releasing combat patrols for. This is fantastic. If you have thought about starting a army of White Scars, this is perfect. Now, I wouldn't paint white, especially red onto white. That sounds way too hard. I would use another color. Outside of that, perfect. Perfect. I don't know if the army's good or not. I don't know rules. I don't know gameplay wise. Thematically, this is awesome. So, the way I'm going to rate them is going to go down 5 to 1. In regards to 5 is the worst overall release, which includes the actual captain, chapter master guy included with the combat patrol. So putting those two together. So 5 the worst, 1 the best. Unfortunately, Iron Hands, you guys are kind of the butt of the joke for the Space Marine 40k community, and unfortunately, you guys got kicked in the balls by GW here. Worst combat patrol, and arguably probably tied for worst character. It's just a bit mid, and it does not feel like you're getting money for your value for money on the combat patrol at all. Second worst, so 4th, you knew it, Salamanders. There's a lot in the combat patrol. Appreciate that. It's a bit mid. This character is very mid. Sorry about that. Oh, 3rd, in the middle of the ground, and I think there's a big gap between 5 and 4. So 5, 4, and there's a massive gap here to 3rd, which is Raven Guard. This model is amazing. So good. And the combat patrol is also excellent. I think just because in second place, the Imperial Guard, you have a model that can be used in any army, and the combat patrol can be used for anyone else as well. And they somehow both hit the theme of Imperial Fists. I said Imperial Guard before, I meant Fists. They're both great. I think Imperial Fists narrowly beat out the Raven Guard. I think model for model, Shan, the Raven Guard, Chapter Master, the new one, he beats out this guy, but this guy can just be used in everything, and the combat patrol is so usable for everyone. And last but not least, the White Scars. It's just perfect. And I appreciate the value for money is you don't have to buy this guy by himself. You can just buy the combat patrol. You can just buy the combat patrol. You get everything. It's on theme. You're saving money. It's just good. It's so good. All right, well, that's my, I guess, review rating, and that's also the release release order of all the models. It's going to go Salamanders, Imperial Fist, Raven Guard, Iron Hands, and White Scars, purely because, well, they've released the Salamanders first, and then they want to not drop the shit stuff at the very end. They want to end it on a high, which is also why the White Scars is released last, best model, and best combat patrol. Let me know what you guys think. Think if I am not accurate, correct, or what you think is going to happen, or if I'm just full of shit.